substantiate. If you cannot substantiate, please withdraw. But your opinion is respected in regard to matters, what you think of the CRA formula.
Thank you. I want to be informed by Senator Halwale.
Senator Halwale, do you want to?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the opinion of Senator Omogeni, remembering that he's a senior counsel and remembering his experience in this House, forces me to refer to the constitutionality of what he has said. Madam Speaker, Article 204, allow me to read, provides as follows, that there is established an equalization fund into which shall be paid 1/2% of all the revenue collected by the national government. It goes further and says that the national government shall use the equalization fund only to provide basic services including water, roads, health facilities, and electricity to marginalized areas. Marginalized areas. Madam Speaker, it doesn't matter which school you went to.
What is your point of information to Mr.
I'm now informing, encouraging him that there are areas in this county, in this country, called counties that had been marginalized. It was agreed that there was poverty in many parts of Kenya, but the poverty in these areas was...
Senator Halwale, please, what information are you giving to Senator Omogeni?
I'm giving him the information that what was required by equalization fund. The information is that equalization fund was to manage marginalization and not to manage poverty. So CRA made a mistake by basing it on pockets of poverty rather than marginalization.
Senator Omogeni? Senator Omogeni?
So Omogeni is right, in fact,
Senator Halwale, you cannot be the one ruling on your own. Senator Omogeni, I hope you heard me clear. You have entitled to your opinion.
Yes.
But you will actually name which county was included that should not have been included.
Madam Speaker, my statement...
Or withdraw.
My statement, Madam Speaker, which you can confirm from the answer, is that the formula that was applied by CRA has erroneously benefited 34 counties, some which are undeserving. I'm entitled to that opinion. You don't need to agree with it. That's why we are senators here. We're here to debate. We don't need to be boxed into one.
And the fact that is required of you to provide is the undeserving counties.
I've mentioned, Madam Speaker, that if you look at the poverty index, Madam Speaker, counties like Kericho are very undeserving. Counties like Bomet, very undeserving. Madam Speaker, in fact, Madam Speaker, let me even inform my friend here from Narok. If you go to Canada, Madam Speaker, the formula that is applied, and this has been there since 1957 in Canada. Equalization Fund has been in Canada since 1957. One, Madam Speaker, the best way to do it is to pay the devolved units, the county governments. Madam
Senator Omogeni, you're trying to make a point about the formula, that the poverty index is the wrong formula. Is that what the point you're making? In your opinion?
Madam Speaker, you know I'm debating, I'm making a contribution.
Yes, you are.
You don't need to agree with it. You don't need to agree, that's the essence of debate. So, Madam Speaker, the point I'm making is if you go to countries like Canada, Madam Speaker, they even take into account the physical capacity of our government. Madam Speaker, if you go to Narok, which is benefiting from this equalization fund, Madam Speaker, the revenue that they collect from the expansive Mara is about 20 times what Nyamira collects, Madam Speaker. So,
let him finish. Honorable senators, when we are raising these issues, Madam Speaker, can we allow somebody to finish what they are discussing? And then
Madam Speaker, take into account, you know where I come from, Madam Speaker, in Nyamira. Do you know how many people live per square kilometer? 675. If you go to Narok, Madam Speaker, that is land for one person, Madam Speaker. So when I'm standing here to defend my people of Nyamira, Madam Speaker, I have a constitutional right to do so, Madam Speaker. As we live like in an urban center, Madam Speaker. My people in Nyamira, Madam Speaker, barely survive because they had working.